Hello, welcome to Unwind with Yoga. This is kind of a special edition because I have household members helping me tonight. I have my oldest daughter Grace here, my second daughter Anne, and I have Grace's boyfriend Sage on guitar. So we have live music to accompany our yoga practice tonight. So the kind of the intention of this class is to help all of us to unwind and slow down, let go of tension and stress, and kind of reconnect with our physical bodies and our minds and our emotions without any kind of judgment, but just some real acceptance and some real grace. So we're going to start out in a bit of a restorative posture. And if you have a blanket of any kind at home, that would be great. Also, we're going to be using a little bit of weight in the form of either a Ravi, which is a kind of compact weighted blanket, or you can use a bag of rice or a bag of beans. Anywhere from 5 pounds to 8 pounds is great. So to set this up, we're going to take your blanket and unfold it to a big rectangle. And then we're going to roll that rectangle like a hot dog. Right in the middle of your mat. And it might be easiest if you go ahead and align your mat at home, kind of side to side like we are. It'll help as we go along. So at the top of your hot dog, go ahead and fold that back a bit. That's where your head's going to rest when you recline back. And if it kind of unfolds, you can always fold it underneath to keep it in place. We can adjust as we go. So turning away from that roll, inching your hips back into it. We're going to walk and support our body weight through the palms of the hands and just relax your back over that roll. Adjust your head to where it's nice and comfortable. And then find an easy place for your arms. Same thing with your legs. Wherever your legs are comfortable, you can walk your feet apart a little bit and let your knees coast together. You can also lengthen your legs out long if that feels good. Or you can go into a cobbler's pose, butterfly position if you like. No right or wrong, it's just starting to listen to your body and find a comfortable place. Let's take some nice deep breaths here. Letting your chest rise and your ribs expand. And then eventually deepening that breath enough so that your belly floats up. And then relaxes back down. See if you can use each exhale to relax a little bit more. To send your arms back overhead for a little more of a shoulder stretch here. You can hold one hand in the other and just relax your arms down. If this doesn't feel good on your shoulders or your neck, just bring your arms right back down by your sides. breaths in this position. Let's go ahead and kind of set up our kind of way of moving and our way of being as being kind to our bodies and safe with our bodies. So we're going to be moving slowly, softly, not pushing into anything too deep or too far. Couple more deep breaths here. Easy shoulders. We're going to slowly, if your arms are overhead, go ahead and bring them out towards the sides, bending the elbows as you come into this cactus arm position. So another little opener for the chest and the shoulders. And then starting to ease those arms down towards your sides. Good. We're going to keep the feet nice and wide on the mat and then separate the knees a little bit. We're going to start a nice slow rock of the knees a little bit over to the left. And then back up through center and a little bit over to the right. Connecting the breath. So take a deep breath in as they come center. And exhale them over to the left. And inhale to center. And exhale over to the right. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. And last time, right up through the middle. And over to the left. Nice. Bring those knees back into center. We're going to go ahead and roll all the way over onto our left side. Press through the palm to ease your way up. And we're going to send everything, kind of clear the decks, send it off to the side. And we're going to make our way towards hands and knees. We're going to be mirroring each other as we go. So we're going to be facing you on hands and knees. And we're going to go into this really soft and easy, rocking side to side. So I want you to see during different aspects how much we're moving side to side and kind of the quality of that movement as we go. So as we shift towards one side, we're unweighting the other. And then moving in the opposite way, unweighting the other side. So we're going to practice this both staying in position here and moving around on our mats a little bit with the goal of relaxing the back and the hips and the shoulders as much as possible. Deep breaths as you go. Let the hips float side to side. And then we're going to slowly start to turn this left on our mat. So we're going to kind of line ourselves up eventually with the placement of our mat, but take your time. See how kind of easy and soft you can make this rotation happen. And then once you get yourself lined up here, continue that little side-to-side sway. Check in with the back and go through any kind of shape that feels good to you. You can go towards a cat-cow or roll more side-to-side through the ribs. Just listening as you go, starting to open up the body a little bit. And then we're going to walk the hands a bit forward And let the hips sink forward any amount. So going towards a soft up dog. You can keep a side to side sway going as you come. And then drop the chest all the way down to the floor. Reach the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. We're going to have a little lift and a little sway. Bringing those hands right back underneath the chest. Press through the palms. Send your hips all the way back towards your heels. Your hands can walk closer in. Drop your head. Relax in child's pose. Deep breaths. And easing your way right back up to that hands and knees posture. Tucking the toes underneath and back. Let's take a deep breath in and float the hips up and back to a soft down dog. So bending the knees and softening the ankles. We're going to pedal out the feet gently. Shifting your weight from side to side. Maybe giving the back a little twist here as you go. Coming into that center position, let's take a deep breath in and press up on the tiptoes. And then exhale, soften the heels back down. Again, deep breath in, press up. And exhale, soften down. One more time, breathe it up. And now sink the knees right back down to the hips, right back down to the mat, and relax into child's pose. Drop the head. Gently rolling your way back up to that hands and knees posture and returning to that side to side shift. And that unweighting of one side at a time, letting a hand float up off the floor, letting one side of the body rest while the other side supports you. We're going to very slowly start to turn that hands and knees position around. So same thing, see how loose and easy you can keep it. We're going to float it all the way. Take your time coming. Reorient over to the right side of your mat. Relaxing your back here, right back to that side to side sway and exploring that, all the movement you have in your back here. Cat-cow, side to side, little rotation. And then walking your hands a little forward on the mat, easing your hips forward any amount, soften through the back here. Little side to side sway and deep breaths. And then drop the chest all the way down to the floor. Reach the hands behind the back, interlace those fingers, and a little soft sway side to side. Releasing those hands right back under the chest. Push through the palms. Walk the hands back a little bit and sink the hips into child's pose. Drop the head. And gently rolling back up to that hands and knees. Slide fingers on your mat, tuck the toes underneath. Take a deep breath in, float the hips up and back to a soft down dog. Same thing here, just start by pedaling out the feet. Letting the hips sway side to side or the hips twist and the back twist. And then coming into center, take a deep breath in, press up on the tiptoes. And exhale, soften everything back down. 2 more times. Deep breath in, press up. And exhale it back down. 1 more time. Deep breath in, press up. And then drop the knees down to the mat. Relax the hips back to the heels. Relax in child's pose. Deep breaths. And coming back up to hands and knees. We're going back to that little crawl, easy back and forth. Take your time coming towards the front. Good. Pausing here in the front for a moment. We're going to walk the hands over to the left side of our mat. And we're going to unweight that right foot so it can swing around in front. So a little bit of a kind of a lunge stretch here. You can stay in this open position and gently make your way over towards that right leg, relaxing the hips forward and down as you go. So you can eventually put one hand on either side. You can drop the head forward here and stretch. Deep breaths. Good. Bringing both hands back on the inside, left side of that front foot. Again, unweighting that front foot so it has lots of space to go right on back to hands and knees. Nice, easy weight shift. And crawling those hands off to the right side. Really free up that left foot to circle around and forward. Take your time. Let those hips relax without jumping into it too fast. Good. Crawling both hands back over to the right, unweighting that front foot, and send it around and back on your mat. Nice, take your time. We're crawling back to the left. As loose as you can go. Easy shoulders and hips. And tug the toes underneath and back. Take a deep breath in and float the hips up and back to down dog. Soft knees and ankles. Good, take a deep breath and let's float the left leg up in the air any amount. We're gonna keep it up there and just open the hip a little bit, soften through the bottom knee and ankle. And again, breathe in and reach that leg up a bit. And exhale, soften it a little bit. One more time, little reach up. And then we're gonna bring that foot forward between the hands, lean over to the right to make some space. And soften down into a low lunge stretch here. You can keep that back knee hovering off the mat, or you can place it down at any time. So continuing that hip opening process. Make sure you're not pushing into pain. If something hurts, then back off a little bit. Don't push so far forward. Okay? Deep breaths in and out. Nice. Let's send the hips towards the back foot, lengthening out that front leg into a runner's stretch. You can keep your hips high and melt your head forward, or you can sink your hips back towards that back heel. Relax the back of the neck and the shoulders. And crawling your way back towards that front foot. Let's tuck the back toes underneath again. You can always ease that back knee closer in if it feels too far apart. Take a deep breath and float the hips up, folding forward over that front leg. Little sway and rock side to side. Keep breathing. Walking that front foot to the outside of your mat, giving yourself a nice wide base of support. We're going to bend both knees, push down through both feet, and roll your way up to a high lunge. And then sink it down a little bit. 2 more times. Breathe in and lift up. And exhale, sink a little down. 1 more time. Breathe in and out. Drop that back knee all the way down to the mat. Both hands on the inside of that front foot. Unweight it and swing it around the hands and knees. So here we are, right back to that easy weight shift. Check in with your back. Relax that lower back and middle back. And starting a nice slow stroll around towards the front, unweighting one hand, placing it down, unweighting the other. Not using any more effort than you have to. Making your way around to the right side. Nice wide fingers on the mat, tuck the toes in back. Take a deep breath in, float the hips up and back towards your down dog. Press into the left foot, float the right leg up a little bit into down dog split. Keep that leg up there, a little softening, a little opening of the hip. And again, breathe in and reach up a bit. And exhale, soften through the knees some. And one more time, reach up. And then bring that foot right on through between the hands. Soften down into a low lunge stretch. Sink the hips. Find a comfortable place to stretch here. You can hover that back knee or place it right down on the mat. Deep breaths. You can keep a little sway and rock going side to side. You can play with a little twist if you like. And then dropping that knee down to the mat, we're going to send the hips towards the back foot. Runner stretch on this side. Ease that head forward any amount. Nice deep breaths. And crawl your way forward towards that front foot. Tuck the back toes and lift the hips up and fold forward over that front leg. Nice little sway side to side. Widening that front foot on your mat a little bit. Nice base of support underneath you. Softening down through both knees, rolling your way up to a high lunge. And then soften it down a little bit, bend through both knees. And breathe up. And soften down. And breathe up. And soften down. One more time here. Nice breath in. And drop it all the way down. Ease that back knee down to the mat. Hands on the inside of that front knee. Unweight it. And send that leg back. Nice, easy hands and knees here. Take your time, relax the back again. Right back to that slow, soft weight shift side to side. Crawling your way gently towards the front. Good. Once we're facing the front, let's go ahead and have a seat on the heels. Ease the body back over the hips, sending the arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in, reach up high. And exhale, drop the hands right into the heart. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. Drop both hands down. Send that left hand way out to the side. Reach it up. Place that hand on the outside of the right knee. Lift everything up and a little twist to the right. Exhale. Bring it around to the front. Send that right arm way up high. Breathe in. Place that hand on the outside of the left knee. Lift up. And a little twist. And bring it back to center. Crawl your way forward. Right back onto hands and knees. Relax the back. Little sway side to side. And unweighting one hand at a time, unweighting one knee at a time. We're going to start a slow spin towards the left again. No hurry. Good. Once you get here, tuck the toes and back. Take a deep breath in, float the hips up and back to a soft down dog. Take a deep breath in, send that left leg high into down dog split. And we're going to bring it right on through between the hands. Nice wide feet, push into both feet and roll your way up to high lunge. And exhale down. One more time, breathe it up. And then open that right hip to find a warrior two. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. And breathe this warrior two right on up. And then soften it back down. 2 more times. Nice breath. Keep it as easy and soft as you can. One more time. Reach up. And exhale, warrior two. Now drop that back arm, a little tilt back, reverse warrior. And then we're going to roll it forward, ground that left forearm, float the back arm, open the chest a little bit. And let's send it all the way back. Right arm drops down, float the front arm up. And roll it forward, extended side angle. And here's our third time. Let's roll it back. This time as we come forward, we're going for a triangle. So we're going to bend that front knee, place the left fingers down, and lengthen a little bit up. That top arm floats up. Hang out right here for a nice deep breath. Nice. We're going to spin the back foot towards the front. Drop that hand nice and wide on your mat. We're going to twist to the left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Drop the back knee down to the mat. Both hands on the inside of that front foot. Unweighted and send it back. Hands and knees. Right back to our home base. Rocking side to side. Deep breaths. Relax the back of the neck here. You can let it drop forward and hang. And then unweighting one side at a time. We're going to start a slow little crawl around towards the front. It's a great practice to remember how we used to move when we moved
much better as toddlers and kids, yeah? We've forgotten some of that, but our bodies will remind us if we practice. So easy back and forth, facing this right side now. Tuck the toes in back, spread the fingers, take a deep breath in, float the hips up and back. And shift the weight to the left foot, float that right foot up in the air. And ease it forward, lean to the left to make some room for it between the hands. Push down through both feet and roll your way up to high lunge. And then sink it down. One more time, we're gonna breathe it up and then open that back hip, ground that back heel, find your warrior two. And breathe this up. And then melt it right back down. Again, breathe up. And exhale, soften the shoulders. One more time, breathe up. And exhale. Let's drop that back hand, a little tilt and bend back. And then roll it to the front leg, lift that back arm, open the chest. So really you're just bending sideways here. You've got a nice open hip, and you're just tilting and stretching that right rib cage. And as you roll it forward, you're opening the left rib cage, opening the shoulders and chest. Nice. One more time, reverse warrior, tilting it back. This time we're gonna go all the way forward towards a triangle. Right fingertips find the floor or the leg there. Back arm floats up. Take a deep breath in and out. Spin that back leg around towards the front. Bring that top hand down and wide on your mat or to the side of your mat. Soften down and spin towards the right, big stretch. Lower both hands down, drop that back knee down. Unweight that front foot and send it around and back. Right back to hands and knees. A little weight shift side to side. Unweighting one hand at a time. And starting a slow crawl towards the front. Take your time. And sinking the hips towards the heels. Ease your way up to sitting. Arms going out to the side. Take a deep breath in, reach up. And exhale, bring the hands right into the heart. And a deep breath in. And a big exhale. Drop those hands, send that left hand way up high. And relax that hand down on the outside of the opposite knee. Lift up again. Exhale, a little twist to the right. Bring it back to the front. Send that right arm out and up, deep breath in. Exhale, drop it down. Lifting up. And a little twist to the left. Nice. Crawling our way back out to the front. Hands and knees. Right back to this practice of unweighting one side of the body at a time. Hardly any effort at all. Starting a slow crawl around to the left side of your mat. Good. Once you get here, tuck the toes in back. Take a deep breath in and float those hips up and back to downward dog. Take a deep breath in and float that left leg up. And ease it forward right between the hands. Nice wide feet if you like. Press through both feet and roll up to a high lunge. And sink it down. 2 more times. Breathe it up. And sink down. And 1 more time. Now as we come out of this, we're going to send the hands down and crawl the hands forward. Unweight that back foot and go to warrior 3. That back leg just floats up. Exhale, soften the leg down, bend both knees a little bit, drop the head. And again, reach into a warrior 3. And soften everything right back down. And 1 more time, reach. And lower that back foot down. Press through both palms right back to your downward dog here. Take a deep breath in, roll forward towards a high plank, and we're going to try this weight shift gently side to side here. So we're unweighting one hand at a time, giving one side of the body a break, and then the other side of the body a break. See how well you can turn off one side, and then turn off the other side. Good, drop both knees right down to the mat. Sink the hips back towards child's pose. Relax. Deep breaths. Good, softly rolling back up to hands and knees. Right back to that easy shift side to side. Unweighting one hand at a time. And then take your time crawling around towards the front. And continue that crawl all the way to the right side. Nice and easy. Once you get over to this right side, tuck the toes underneath. Take a deep breath in, float the hips up and back. And breathe in, float that right leg up, down dog split. And ease it forward between the hands. Push down through both feet, roll your way up to high lunge. And exhale, soften down. 2 more times. Breathe it up. And exhale down. And breathe up. This last one, we're going to send our hands and walk them forward on the mat. Unweight that back foot. Warrior 3. And exhale, soften a little bit down. Drop the head. And lengthen everything up. And soften down. And 1 more time, reach. And drop that back foot all the way down. Press through both palms, down dog. Take your time. And rolling it towards a high plank. Right back to that easy weight shift side to side. So unweighting one side, give it a break. And then unweight the other side, give it a break. If you want to play with sending the arm loosely up, open that chest a little more. Nice. Drop the knees softly down to the mat. Drop the hips back to child's pose. Relax. Deep breaths. Good. Crawling your way back up. Hands and knees. And last little weight shift and easing your way towards the front. We're going to sit ourselves down on one hip And spin the legs around to the front. Find a nice comfortable position in sitting. Good. Ease the shoulders down. Take some deep breaths. Good. Let's send that right hand off to the side of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Reach that left arm open over. Any amount of bending over this side that feels good. Let's open the chest. A little lift of that arm. Nice breath in. And exhale right back over to that side. Push up through that right palm. We're going to spin around to the left. You can place that right hand on the left knee. Deep breath in, lift up. And exhale, twist. And make your way back around to the front. Both hands on the knees. Good. Reaching that right arm out to the side and up. Left hand supports you. You can lower down on that elbow. And breathe in and open that chest. And then exhale, roll back over to the side. Ease your way back up, pressing through that left palm. We're going to spin around a little to the right. Take a deep breath in, lift up. And exhale, a little more twist. Nice. Coming back to the front. Listen, both hands behind the hips. A little left of the chest. Deep breath in here. And then keep leaning back. We're going to send that right leg out to the side. You can keep as much bend in that knee as you like. Same side hand comes in front of that leg. Reach the left arm up. Take a deep breath in. And tilt over any amount. Easy head and neck here. Good, gently lifting back up. Let's spin around one more time to the left. Bring that right hand to the opposite knee, a little lift up. And exhale, twist. And let's come around gently to face that long leg. Again, you can put as much bend in that knee as you like. We're gonna crawl our way a little bit forward here. Nice and soft. Deep breaths. Pressing up through the palms to come out of this. Sending both hands back behind the hips and switching out legs. Sending that left leg out long. Left hand in front of that leg, soft knee. Reach the right arm nice and high. And exhale it over any mount. Roll around here a little bit. You don't have to keep a stretch still. You can keep it moving a little bit. Pressing up through that left palm, we're going to twist around to the right. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And then spinning around to face that long leg. You can put a nice bend in that knee. We're going to crawl your way any amount forward. And then ease the head forward. Pressing back up through the palms. Hands coming behind the hips, both feet coming back into that seated posture. And resting the hands right back on the knees. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Maybe close your eyes. Just notice all the sensations you can in your body right now. gonna spin around and face go long ways on the mat so we can stretch out a bit. Holding one knee in towards your chest to ease your way back onto your back. And then both knees coming into the chest, hold them in place with the hands. Little rock and sway side to side here. Deep breaths. And then softly lowering one foot at a time right down to the mat. Good, we're going to do some breathing bridges here. So with the breath in, floating the hips just off the floor, and then exhale it back down. So just like that, weighting and unweighting. See how much you can just use the breath to float up, and then soften back down. And breathe in to lift, and exhale, lower down. 3 more times. Breathe in and out. And 2 more. Breathe in and out. And last time. And exhale. Good. Let's draw that right knee into the chest. Hold it in place with both hands, a little rock side to side, a little massage for the lower back here. And then changing those hands to behind the right thigh, we're going to cruise that foot up in the air and find a comfortable little stretch for the hamstring muscle. So wherever that is for you, it shouldn't be painful. Just something you can relax into. If you want to start to ease the toes towards the face, you can add in a calf stretch here. And you can keep this soft and moving as well, slowly shifting towards one side and the other side. Maybe connecting that slow sway with the breath here. Softly crossing that right heel across the left knee. Relax that right hip open. Good. And uncrossing that right foot right back down to the mat. Easing the left knee into the chest. Give it a little hug. Softly rock side to side, relaxing the back into the floor. And then placing those hands behind the back of the left thigh, lengthening that leg up a bit, and easing the toes towards the face any amount. Breathing well. Maybe that soft sway comes back into your body. Good. Guiding that left heel across the right knee. Gently allowing that left hip to relax open. Good. Uncrossing that left foot, both feet back down on the mat. Relax the arms to the sides. Little soft sway of the knees. This time, maybe the knees want to kind of rotate and go a little deeper into that stretch, only if it feels good. Take your time. bring the knees back into center. We're gonna just make ourselves comfortable for a time of Shavasana. So you can bring back in that blanket that's already kind of rolled like a hot dog. You can slide it under your knees, maybe double it up underneath there. And then your weighted blanket, if you have one, or nice big bag of rice, big bag of beans, you can place it over your abdomen, over your thighs, over your feet and ankles. Just that weight will help your nervous system to really drop down and relax. So settle yourself in here. Remembering to use that breath. Noticing how you feel on the inhales. And then letting everything drop down on the exhales. Sending those breaths way down into the belly. Let that belly rise with the inhale. And soften back into place with the exhale. You can stay right there where you are. Take some long, deep breaths. Cool. You can stay here as long as you like. Hopefully you have a little extended Shavasana period here. Thank you for joining us for Unwind. I hope you feel great. I hope you have a great sleep. We'll see you next time.